Hi there! Welcome to Unit 7, Lesson 2, Solving Equations with Addition and Subtraction. So, this is straight up algebra, okay? We've hinted at it a little bit in the past, but we're going to put it all together. You probably remember a little bit from 6th grade as well, alright? But everything that you learned from 6th grade still applies, and also all of our work with rational numbers still apply, and that's what I have written right here, okay? So all the positives, all the negatives, all the fractions, all the decimals, all of that needs to stick in your brain and apply to equations now, okay? So you always need to do the same operation on both sides of the equation in order to keep it equal and balanced, okay? And it might seem a little silly while you're going through the lessons, be like, why do I need to do it to both sides? But as you get into higher levels of math, that process is going to become more and more important and crucial with you solving problems. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's for a long-term habit. So let's go through some examples. Number one, also when you solve equations, you always do the opposite operation from what you see in the problem. So for this one here, I have subtraction, right? X minus 7 equals 1. In order to get rid of the subtraction or to get the variable by itself, I need to do the opposite from what I see. So right now I'm subtracting 7, so to get rid of it, I'm going to add 7. I'm going to do it to both sides. What that does is negative 7 plus 7 is equal to 0. So really I could say x plus 0 equals 8, right? 1 plus 7 equals 8, but I could add 0 to anything and I'm still just left with what I originally had. So really, I could just say x equals 8. So that's what I mean by they cancel each other out, okay? Number two, exact same process actually. They're both, this is subtraction as well. So in order to get rid of this, right now I have x minus 7/8 equals negative 5. Well, in order to get x by itself, I need to get rid of this minus 7/8. So to do that, I'm going to add 7/8 to both sides. Negative 7/8 plus 7/8 equals 0. So those cancel, and I'm just left with x on the left. Well, now I have negative 5 plus 7/8. Ooh, a negative and a fraction, right? So the best thing for us to do, we're going to come off to the side and think, okay, I can write negative 5 over 1 plus 7/8. Well, I need to have a common denominator. So the 8 is good. I can turn a 1 into an 8 by multiplying by 8. Whatever I do to my denominator, I have to do to my numerator. So really this is like saying negative 40 over 8 plus 7/8. Okay? Well, negative 40, right? Well, for my denominator, I can keep that as an 8. I know it's still going to be a negative because this is like pretend like this is, I borrowed $40, right? I have negative $40. I paid off 7 of it. So I still owe money. So that's still a negative, right? And 40 minus 7 is 33. Okay? And so then with that, then we would need to most likely convert it to a mixed number, right? 8 goes into negative 33. Let's see, it's still negative. It goes in 4 whole times. That gets me to 32. So I have 1 left over, and 8 is my denominator. So x is equal to negative 4 and 1/8. Okay? All right. Last one that we've got here. This is number 4 from your quick check. This one had to do with decimals. And I'm sorry all 3 of my examples were subtraction. I guess I should have thought about that more. If they were addition, then you would have subtracted to solve, right? So like if you had x plus 3 equals 5, you might know the answer already, but again, since we're focusing on building that habit of of showing operations on both sides, I would subtract 3 from both sides. 3 minus 3 is 0, so those cancel, and x would be equal to 2. Okay? But anyway, back to our quick check problem number 4. X minus 3.41 equals negative 19. So I'm subtracting 3.41, so to get rid of it, I'm going to add 3.41. Those cancel, and I'm left with x on the left. That's the easy side, right? Over here, I'm going to add 3.41, okay, just like I did over here. So we have negative 19 plus 3.41. Well, maybe you do it on the calculator, right? But for good measure, when the signs are different, we find the difference between them, and we take the sign of the number that has a larger absolute value. So I know my answer is going to be negative, right? This is like I borrowed $19, I paid off $3.41. I'm still going to owe money, right? How much money? So if I perform the subtraction, I've got 19 minus 3.41. Well, we have to have our decimals lined up. So since there's no decimal in the 19, that goes right after it. So I have my ones place lined up. Hopefully you'll notice that. My decimal will come straight down into my answer. I can put zeros to help me out up there as well. I'm going to borrow from my 9. That'll become an 8. This becomes a 10. Borrow from that one. And now I'm good to go. 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 minus 4 is 5. 8 minus 3 is 5. And then 1 minus 0 is 1. So giving me a final answer of negative 15.59. Now you could also check your work on a calculator. Let's say you were good and you attempted to answer this on your own. Let's see, we've got negative 19 minus 3.41. No, just kidding. Haha. I need to add it. Oh my goodness. Negative 19 plus 3.41. And there it is. Negative 15.59. All right? So I hope that helps. There's some really good notes and outlines in your lesson, so make sure that you pay attention to that. But otherwise, if you need extra support, just let me know.